Some decisions in The Walking Dead leave an impact so deep, they shape the very future of the characters and the show itself. One such moment is Rick Grimes' decision to kill Shane Walsh. But what if Shane's death wasn't just a turning point? It was a mistake. Could Rick's choice to kill his best friend have been the wrong one? Not just morally, but strategically? In this video, we're diving deep into the theory that Shane's death was a misstep that could have cost the group far more than they realized. Let's start with Shane's role in the group. From the very beginning, Shane was Rick's closest friend and a natural leader. When Rick was in a coma, Shane took charge, protecting Lori, Carl, and the others. His methods may have been rough, but they worked. Shane was pragmatic, focused, and willing to make tough calls. In many ways, he was the group's first line of defense against the chaos of the apocalypse. Of course, Shane's leadership wasn't without its flaws. As time went on, the pressures of survival began to take a toll on him. His love for Lori and his growing rivalry with Rick pushed him to make increasingly questionable choices. But here's the thing, was Shane really losing his morality? Or was he simply adapting to the brutal new reality faster than the others? The conflict between Rick and Shane reached its peak in Season 2. Their disagreements about leadership, morality, and survival were tearing the group apart. And then there was Lori, a source of tension that couldn't be ignored. Shane's obsession with Lori and his belief that Rick wasn't strong enough to lead pushed him over the edge. But was this conflict inevitable, or could Rick have handled it differently? The pivotal moment came in Season 2, Episode 12, when Shane lured Rick into the woods under the pretense of looking for Randall. What followed was one of the most dramatic confrontations in the show's history. Shane's plan was clear. He intended to kill Rick and take his place as the leader. But even in that moment, was Shane truly beyond redemption? Or was he acting out of desperation, unable to see another way forward? When Rick finally made his move, it was swift and shocking. He stabbed Shane in the chest, killing him in what seemed like an act of self-defense. But here's the question. Did Rick have to kill Shane? Some argue that Rick could have de-escalated the situation, possibly saving Shane and the group from further turmoil. By choosing to kill Shane, did Rick set a dangerous precedent, one that would haunt him for the rest of the series? After Shane's death, the group faced a wave of consequences. While Rick tried to justify his actions, it became clear that Shane's absence left a void. Shane's pragmatic approach to leadership, his willingness to do whatever it took, was gone. And while the group rallied behind Rick, they also began to question his judgment. Could Rick have handled the situation differently, preserving Shane's strengths while addressing his flaws? From a strategic perspective, losing Shane was a significant blow to the group. His survival instincts, his ability to make tough decisions, and his combat skills were unmatched. When the farm was overrun by walkers in the Season 2 finale, it's hard not to wonder, would the group have fared better if Shane had been there to lead the defense? Many fans believe that Shane's story didn't have to end the way it did. If Rick had found a way to diffuse the tension, Shane might have been able to redeem himself. Perhaps over time, Shane could have come to terms with his mistakes and evolved into a stronger, more balanced leader. But by cutting Shane's journey short, did Rick rob the group of one of its most valuable members? It's impossible to talk about Shane's death without examining how it changed Rick. In many ways, killing Shane marked the beginning of Rick's transformation into a more ruthless, pragmatic leader. But was this shift a direct result of Shane's death, or would Rick have become that person regardless? And if Shane had survived, could he have balanced Rick's leadership, offering a different perspective? Over the years, fans have debated endlessly about whether Rick made the right call. Some see Shane's death as a necessary step in Rick's evolution, while others view it as a tragic mistake that weakened the group. Whatever your stance, one thing is clear. Shane's death left a lasting impact, shaping the course of The Walking Dead in ways we're still unpacking today. Shane Walsh was more than just Rick's best friend. He was a symbol of the moral dilemmas that define The Walking Dead. His death may have been a mistake, but it was also a catalyst for change, forcing Rick and the others to confront the harsh realities of survival. In the end, Shane's story is a reminder that in a world as brutal as this one, there are no easy answers, only difficult choices.